As a website owner, your time on site is a very good metric to track. The higher your time on site, it's a clear indication that people who are visiting your website like to stay on it. It's also a great practice to help boost your SEO. Now, a lot of people say time on site is not a metric that's directly going to impact your SEO. But imagine this, someone clicks on the website through SERP, comes onto your site, does not like it, hits back. They go back to the search page, and that's an indication to Google that probably your website does not have the right content. Your content might not be the main reason that people are going back. So today, let's learn different ways of improving your time on site. So one of the first places to look when it comes to improving your time on site is your website design and layout. Now I say website design and layout specifically because what a lot of website owners and bloggers tend to do is they'll sit on their machines, optimize it for desktop, and they completely forget that a majority of their audience comes from smartphones. So the layout can move around a little. Even if it's responsive, it will still break in places, and that ruins the experience. And naturally, someone who's visiting the website does not like the design or the layout is going to bounce off. A good practice would be to use pleasing colors to the eye. Do not use something that's super contrasting, or a design that makes text harder to read is a strict no-no. Spend some time in order to optimize your design and layout for desktop as well as mobile. In fact, you can also consider having different pages for mobile so that they have slightly lower elements, a faster load time, and that will ensure that your users on phone get a very good experience. Now, once you've optimized your layout and the design for your site, the other way to get people to stay for longer on your site is using images. Now, using images can be a little tricky. I'll explain that in a bit on why you should be careful with it as well. So when it comes to using images they kind of act like visual hooks. So if you are writing an article on, say, the trendiest dresses for this season, for example, having an image gives readers what to expect from that article. You can also use a visual representation of the text that you've posted. Now this works great for news websites. For example, you are a news website that's covering the latest sporting event, a football match, for example. A great way of doing it is to have a snapshot of what has happened in the football event. For example, if you have a photo of someone scoring a goal or an injury that has happened during that time, you can have that image, and that kind of works as an anchor to keep your reader on the page. Multiple images in your same article can work as a great way to give your readers an idea of the timeline of the events that have occurred. The first goal, an injury that has happened, what happened post the halftime. An image gallery would help keep those people on. Now I'll tell you what the caveat is here. Images need to look the part on desktop as well as mobile. So the layout bit comes in. When you also add multiple images to your article or to your website, it makes the page heavier. So while it is going to help improve time on site, using high quality heavy images will also increase your page load time, and that is something that's not preferable. So my tip here would be to use images that are converted to the WebP format. So that way you will get the benefit of using images and also keeping your page load time on par with what it was. So that's another tip you should implement. Now images lead me to my next point, and it's a logical point: videos. Videos are way more engaging than images. In fact, if you look at most popular platforms, they are now video based. So videos are a great way to latch on to your audience and keep them on your site. Say for example, you have a highlight video of the football match we're just talking about. A lot of people will watch a major chunk of this video. Say for example, you put a 4-minute video, you get about 3 minutes of screen time or viewing time on the video. You've just added 3 minutes of time on site for your site. It's these things that really add up. Now there are multiple ways of adding videos to your site. A lot of people prefer the embed route, and that is something that I would recommend as well, because you're not uploading a video onto your page, not increasing the bandwidth that would require to load it. So embedding a video is going to be better. If you have a YouTube channel, you can embed the same link, so you don't have to go around creating another version of it for your website. But if you are uploading a video, it's always better to have web optimized format. So WebM is the format that would be ideal for your website. Now, because I've spoken about images and video, it's a tip that would be applicable to both of these points, is that if you have text that is about 500 words in length, it's a good practice to have one image or one video in there. Now for every 500 words, you can have an image or a video there. It's a good kind of benchmark to go with. Because think about it, would you want to read a wall of text? You wouldn't. Visual breaks are very, very important. You can use images where it's applicable. Of course, kind of skew more towards images compared to video. But if you have a video that summarizes everything, you can avoid posting multiple photos, but can just go ahead with a single video there. Highlight videos work really, really well. You can use it for sporting events, like in the example we used ahead. Even if it is a news, you can have the entire thing summarized in a short video. That just works. The next bit you can do to improve time on site is improve readability on your website. Now, readability has a lot to do with the colors that you use for your website design, and also the font and the font size you use for the content you've written. Using font style that is legible is super important. Now, this is not only for your desktop pages, but also for mobile pages, because the viewing area is a lot smaller, and plus you wouldn't really want your readers to squint to read what you have posted. Font sizes is something that you should also look at seriously. Having the right size for your headings, subheadings, and your paragraphs also help serve as visual markers for people to understand the content better. So when people visit your website, they are usually searching for something. The headings and subheadings are going to work as a great visual marker to help them jump to the section that is most relevant and important to them. Lastly, let's talk about font color. It's a good idea to have light backgrounds with darker color fonts because they are pleasing to the eye. Bright fonts against bright backgrounds decrease readability, and viewers are most likely to bounce out of your website. If you haven't explored internal linking yet, that is one more way of ensuring people are on your site for longer. Internal linking work as a guide to transfer your viewers from one page to another. Internal linking will give you two benefits. One is SEO. It's going to interlink all related pages, which helps search engines find relevant pages faster. At the same time, second is increased time on site, because readers who are curious to know more about related topics are likely to click on your link and go to the next page. This way, you can keep sending them across multiple pages which are relevant, and that way they are going to consume more content. This practice is also proven to convert your flyby visitors into loyal audiences, because they're confident of the content that you've posted, they like consuming it, and the next time they're more likely to come as a direct hit. If you are looking for a way to get people to engage onto your website or stop someone from exiting your website, using on-site interactions are a great way of keeping people on there. Now, pop-ups are something that come to mind when you talk about keeping people on the website, but they work more as a way to stall them from going out, but they're not really good at retaining them there. If you are a publisher looking to keep people onto their website for longer, you can explore a product called on-site interactions from Isoto. What it basically does is whenever someone's looking to exit the website, it's going to show a big pop-up with recent relevant topics right on top of it. You can also go ahead and monetize it by showing ads there. So it's win and win there. Something you should check out. And lastly, the best way to get people to spend more time on your website is to engage them thoroughly. And that is by making your content worthy of commenting. So content that has question towards the end of it, or that incite user reaction or a response, are a great way to have people comment on them. If you have community-based posts, you can have a comment section towards the end. So that way people can engage in a conversation in the comment section. Encourage your readers to put forward their views. It's great for engagement and for your time on site.